Well, hello everybody. As you all know, I've been going through a really tough time at the moment at home. We've had to say goodbye to one of our dogs, which has been the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Also had to say goodbye to my horse, which was also very sad. And I've not been producing that many videos. Obviously, survival roleplay has still been carrying on, and will continue to do so. As for everything else, I need to start afresh. I need to start some new series, and I need to focus on something a little bit different. That's not to say that the multiplayer challenge won't get finished. I'm just not quite ready to fire that up again just yet. I will be speaking to Dex about when we're going to do it, but welcome to Buckland Farm. This is going to be our new realistic series. So, Fairhead has come to a close. I'm going to start afresh with this one. So, let me give you a quick tour of the farm and a quick rundown of the rules. So, we have our workshop and MOT testing bay over here. We have the grease mod enabled. We have the vehicle realistic damage mod enabled. Both of those things we'll be using. We have got quite a big farm, actually, that we're starting with. But we're starting with no animals. So we've got a chicken pasture here that they just cluck around in the yard over here. I said cluck around. We've got a greenhouse over that way. The equipment we start off with has been carefully chosen by myself. We have a Brochard constructor trailer there. We have a cultivator from Horsch. We have a Agromaz plough, and we will be using it appropriately. We have got our two silage barns over here. One I think we're going to be using for storage. The other one we'll be using for silage. We have got ourselves a seeder. We are using Pro Seed. So I've got some wheat seed here to go in. However, I have got 2 fields of wheat already. I won't be playing with crop rotation as a mod because I've had problems with it in the past where night times never end and it just keeps spinning through into infinity. But I will be manually rotating the crops in the field using my brain. So I'll probably get it wrong. And yeah, we'll be doing it that way. As for in here, we have some mineral feed for the cows. We do start off with a little bit of feed if we do want to get some animals straight away. We've got a telehandler here with a bale spike on it and a pallet fork here. We've got a bucket for the telehandler over there. It's a very small telehandler, but it will be good. We have got a feed mixer, a very small feed mixer, but nevertheless, we've got a feed mixer. We've got a Massey Ferguson 3120, which is our littler tractor, although it's not that little. Muck spreader here, although I don't think we've got any way at the minute of actually collecting muck. We've got a slurry spreader. We do have ways of collecting slurry. That's built into the map there. We've got another shed here with currently nothing in it. I can't even close the door. We have got our Joskin trailer here. We are playing with the realistic animal mod on. So the animal realism mod. We are going to allow overcrowding. We are going to allow reproduction. We're going to be basically just... We'll restrict automatic reproduction if we've only got females in here. But if we put a bull in here, then we'll put on automatic reproduction. So like I said, no cows at the minute. But we have got that cow barn. We have got the Vermeer windrower here, which I've never used before, so this will be quite interesting to use. Joskin water tank, because we need that for both the greenhouse and for the sheep, which I'll get onto. Our slightly bigger tractor here is a John Deere 6155M. That's our slightly more powerful tractor, missing all its wheel nuts, worryingly. We've got our mower here. We've only got a small mower. I think we'll probably use this on the Massey Ferguson more than anything else. We've got a Crone baler, which hasn't got any wrap on it at the minute. As you will notice, we have got the net wrap add-on, which is going to be interesting. We've got a coon tedder. We've got a silage additive, which will go with the forage wagon that we've got in one of the silage bays. If we run around here, there's our silo. Nothing in it at the moment. We do have a little bit in storage here. We've got 6 bales of silage, 6 bales of hay, and 7 bales, if I can count, of straw. Here's our flatbed trailer, the Matra flatbed trailer, or one of them. We do have a fertilizer store here with 10,000 litres of fertilizer. Oh, and I should have said over by the other garage, we have got 10,000 litres of fuel at our disposal as well. Another empty shed here, that will be for future use. Now, we don't have a combine harvester, so that's going to be something we're going to have to rent. We've got a sheep barn here, if we do things in order. We've got a sheep barn, but once again, no sheep. We need to get some sheep sorted. We also have another shed over there, once again, empty. So, as for fields, if I put flight mode on, we'll be able to see a little bit easier. Right, so we've got our wheat field here, or a wheat field here. It's quite large. I'm expecting quite a good yield off of that, if we can afford the harvester. We've got 2 grass fields over here, both of which are ready to cut. So these 2 here are both our grass fields. If we head over this way, that's the sheep pasture. That's the cow pasture. We also have another grass field over here, which I don't think is quite ready yet. No, not fully grown yet. We've got another wheat field over here, which is looking really rather good. And we have another grass patch over here, which I will probably plough up to be another field. And I think we have to access that one around the roads. Yes, we do. So yeah, that is accessed via this way over here. Oh, so I might keep it as grass then. We'll see. Maybe I'll do bales in that field. Yeah, maybe we'll bale this field, I think. Well, that is also fully grown and ready. So we could come in and cut that one straight away, actually, and bale it up as hay. Right, let's take this off and take this off. Right, the rules are we are going to stick to ×5 in terms of time. We have got it. I've currently set it to 2 days per month. Try and keep a little bit more realism about it, because it's very difficult with 1 day a month to worry about the weather and things like that. But yeah, once we get going, it will be ×5 time, and then we will take it from there. So we can't afford any animals at the moment. We start off with £0, even though we've got all this machinery and the farm itself. So what we need to do is to start making some silage. And to do that, I want to start cutting the fields down the bottom there that are both ready. So the one's down the edge of this wheat field. So, without further ado, let's get the time set to ×5. And we will start some work. I'll have to move that John Deere out of the way. So there's other rules, and as I think of them, I'll get to them. No tabbing between vehicles. I might need to get myself a little run around at some point, but currently do not have that. As you can see, we've got the grease mod enabled as well. 97% grease in this thing at the moment. But this is our more powerful tractor. I think it's got 170 odd horsepower. Let's have a quick look. 172 horsepower, whereas the Massey Ferguson's got 130. So both decent sized tractors. And we use the Massey for grass work mainly, and for feeding the cows and things like that. And I'll use the John Deere for things like ploughing and seeding and things like that. We'll mostly be keeping to the in-cab view. I will be using my head tracker to make it more realistic. Unfortunately, it seems to have a flat battery, so I've stuck it on charge, and I've only got the opportunity to record this episode right now. So we'll have to come back to that one and use it next time. We've got manual attach, so we're going to be hooking up this via manual attach. I could put on realistic cab view, but if I'm going to be using my head tracker anyway, then that won't be required afterwards, so no point in putting it on straight away, or just for this episode I should say. Right, we'll hook all that up. There we go. It's not a very wide mower, not at all, but what am I doing? Lift it up, fold it up, there we go. Be able to get out here. Yes, it's not a very wide mower, but it's, yeah, it's going to be effective. I think it'll work well. In terms of views, so when I'm talking, I'll be in cab. Basically much like Daggerwin's videos at the moment, where I'll be in cab when I'm talking and when we're generally doing jobs. But then I reserve the right to use my my drone when we're in time lapses, because that is realistic as well. Farmers do that, so why not? Right then, let's get this unfolded. I think we'll give the fuel tanker a little bit of a wide berth, and we shall start work. Now, the one mod that I haven't carried across from Fairhead is Maize Plus. And the reason for that is that there are so many other realistic mods that I want to use that are not compatible with Maize Plus, that I've decided to not do Maize Plus, and we will act out the grass drying process and things like that. Now obviously it won't count for today because we're not going to be drying this grass. We're going to be picking it up with the forage wagon, and we're going to be putting it in the pit to compact it. But that's how it's going to go. I want to get quite a lot of silage here because, well, that's going to be our main source of income for whatever we need to get, even whether we're buying cows or sheep or whatever we decide to get first. This is going to be our main source of income to start with. So I do like this map. It's a very nice map. I like the grass texture. I like the farm. I know it's a very big farm for what machinery I've got, but we're hopefully going to expand at some point. The wheat is very nearly ready. It's a bit late this year, but it is very nearly ready. I reckon that in September we'll be ready to go. So that's the other reason for needing this silage so badly, is to get a harvester rented. Want to get as big as possible harvester rented, because we've got 2 fields of wheat that we need to bring in, and we shall go from there. Right, now that we've done the outer boundary, we're going to go around the other way, so we're not driving on grass that hasn't yet been cut, and we shall start to make the field a bit smaller. I might need a front weight on this. Seems to be it's a little bit of a problem. I do also, I think I've got the mud mod enabled. I want the mud mod enabled. If I haven't, I will enable it. But I don't want slip destroys fields, although that might be more realistic, and I might re-evaluate that another time. What do you guys think? You let me know. In the meantime, let's get this grass cut. So on second thoughts, I think that maybe this is enough of a field to be getting on with. I don't think we'll touch that bottom field there. But this is, yeah, huge field. Didn't quite appreciate how big this field was before I started. But that's great news, because it means that we are going to be pulling in a lot of silage, or generating a lot of silage from this field, I should say. So, we have used 30% of the grease in the mower, which is okay. Let's switch it off now. I'm going to save things like repair work and maintenance work for the winter, because we are hard up against it with everything else in the summer. But that's the goal there. Need to get that greenhouse working as soon as possible as well, working for us. Right then, so what I need to do now is to put the mower back where it came from and pick up the windrower, so we can pull it all into a swath to be picked up by the forage wagon. That'll fit there, won't it? There we go, and down. And we can get out and disconnect it. And now we need the windrower. Now, the first time I've used this windrower, so this is going to be quite interesting. But once again, we're going to time lapse it. Okay, let's get that attached. Get the hoses on. No PTO for this tool. Really need to get a light front weight as well. Oh, hang on a minute. It says 84% grease. That must be the tractor then. So the tractor's gone down on grease as well. So the mower's probably not that bad. Anyway, let's do a few headlands first, and then we'll probably start going up and down. Let's get it unfolded. Is that it? Fire it up. I see. Excellent. And lower it down. Fantastic. Right, so that is where we can start with the forage wagon. Make sure we get it all in from the edge. Quite a nice swath there being generated behind us, which is fantastic. Ooh. Oh, tree. Let's bring it a little bit further in, and then we can go back to our drone footage and do this all as quickly as we possibly can.
You're playing your cards with your queen of hearts. When everyone folds, your fork still holds. You're placing your bet, showing no regret. Close your eyes to hide your lies, roll the dice. You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence, letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to
Well,
lose.
that wasn't too bad of a job. Now, I don't think this tractor's got enough power to pull the forage wagon, so we'll have to use the John Deere, which is fine. We are also going to need to fill it up with silage additive. What am I doing? Oh, I need this out, don't I? I'll have to reverse the reverse it in. We can leave it attached for now, but I will just reverse the windrower in. Nice windrower, actually. That I'm quite impressed. It was quite expensive, but really nice. Be careful of that skip. Yep, there we go. And head into the shed at a funny angle. Alright, let's try that again. Much better. Right. Like I said, that can remain connected. We just need to go and hook up to the forage wagon. Have to bring it over here to fill it up. Should be able to get it out past that bucket. Last thing we want to do is to damage anything. Right. Get it attached. And we'll connect it up. Lovely. Right then. That's the usefulness of having a big yard, is that we can move things around a lot easier. But what we need to do is to back this in over here so we can put the silage additive in it, in the tank. We've also got a Lincoln grease pot on here. Every item that I could put a Lincoln grease pot on, I did, which means it'll have to be manually filled with grease. Right then. Bit closer, perhaps. Yes, there we go. Putting the silage bond additive in, and we shouldn't need too much of it. 10 litres. I don't know how quickly it's going to use it, but that doesn't matter. Right, that's the pit we're going to be filling up in there. And then we'll have to compact it, which we'll also use this tractor for. And get it covered over. It is already 3 o'clock, so we are ploughing on with the day. Hopefully it shouldn't take too much longer to do this. Right then. Switch it on. Lower it down. And that should pick up nicely. Yes, it is. Fantastic. 3% already, so this is going to fill pretty quickly. We're going to have a good few loads from this field, which is exactly what we want, because, and this isn't even the best yielding end of the field. The best yielding end is up the other end, but it's looking good. It's looking very good. So we shall get that pit filled, and I'll get back to you just before we start compaction. Well, that took a lot longer than I thought it would. The tractor obviously struggles with this. We're going to have to get ourselves a bigger tractor at some point soon. Or when I say soon, I mean when we've got the money to. There's plenty more things we need to spend our money on before that. This tractor did okay, it just took a while. As you may have noticed, we've also got the exhaust fluid additive mod on, as you can see in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. But also to let you know, we are playing on difficult economy setting, so we're playing on hard. So this is going to be a fairly slow progression rate, which I'm quite excited about because it's realistic. In fact, I don't think you can actually get as hard as it is in real life on the game. But this is our last little bit to go in here, and then we can start getting it flattened. There we go. Right, so I need to now get this back where it was. As you can see, the little Lincoln grease pot there has gone down quite a bit, so we're going to have to top up the grease in this before we use it again. Well, maybe get one more field out of it, but I don't anticipate us doing much more in the way of silage just yet. We need to get the harvest sorted, and we need to get the hay done. They're the priorities. Right, let's get this disconnected. Yes, this first episode is going to be quite a big one because, well, because it is. Right, let's get this weight on the front of the tractor. That should be about right. Get that lifted up. Right, and then we got the roller onto the back of the tractor. And then we can start rolling. Flattening out all that silage and compacting it. To start the fermenting process. Look at that. Lumpy or what? Alright, let's get this unfolded. That went for quite a big roller, as we've got quite big pits. There we go. And we can start work getting it flattened. Let's switch on that up there so we can see it's compacting. 13% at the moment, and it looks like it's going to take us quite a long time. Although this is my heaviest tractor. So, unfortunately, this is what we've got. Anyway, I will catch up with you once I've compacted. You don't want to see me driving backwards and forwards on this the whole time. So, I'll catch up with you in a bit. Well, that can stay there for the minute. It is really useful to have lights on in here, but I don't know how you turn them off. Or whether they cost me any money overnight to have them on. Anyway, that is nearly 200,000 litres of chaff fully compacted. And let's blanket it. Absolutely fantastic. So hopefully, next time we'll be able to get a load of silage down to a sell point. I'm not sure which sell point it would be. Let's have a quick look. Maybe the garden centre or maybe the biogas plant if the money's gone up. I don't know where any of these things are. We'll have to find out. Oh, that's the garden centre. Buckland's Inn. Sawmill. Yes, well. All of these things shall be found. That's the biogas plant. Maybe you have to own it. Well, that's a pain. So it's the garden centre or the hay and straw sell point. Which Can't find right now. Anyway. Let's just tag that. Nope, really can't see that at all. It's over that way. Well, at least the map knows where it is. Look at that beautiful sunset. Well, that'll do for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.